So this is my Swift Challenger 450 SE that I've got for sale. I think it's a 1995. It's the one where they just moved on from the slightly square wheel spats to the round wheel arch one. I've had it, I think, for about 6, 7 years. It's not had, it's done very little touring. I have used it on 2 occasions for when I've been working. Just got to compete with a vehicle coming past, so I'm going to let that go. So given its age, I think it's in fairly good condition for the age. There's no perceptible damp, no soft spots, no sort of leaks or anything like that. Giving it a good clean as far as I can. There's a few dings and dangs. Some of the I just need to straighten up some of the places where the awning goes in, which it does have. It has an awning, and I'm probably too honest with these sort of sales. There's a bit of a mark down the bottom here in the corner where it's been caught, but it's nothing significant as far as I'm aware. As you can see, there's a couple of extras. There's a lock for the wheel, which goes with it. Got some Malenko steps, plenty of wiring. Gas bottle is virtually full. And there's the normal sort of the cassette thing and waste thing for the water. Just go inside. Hasn't had a good hoover out or anything like that. So this is the front area. When me and my partner were using it occasionally, we had just took all these cushions out and put a double mattress in across and left it permanently, like in that configuration. But I've sort of returned it to close to what it should be. The previous owner did this sort of almost like Premier Inn type. It's a bit dark, isn't it? Premier Inn type purple decor thing, which I think it's all right. And he was pretty fastidious. He went through all the wiring and everything like that. So you've got this rear area here. So this is effectively a bed behind. When I was using it on my own, I used to use just this rear end area, and this curtain would pull across nicely, and you could make a sort of nice warm compartment in here without needing to heat the whole van when it was in the winter time. I was going to say something else then. Oh yeah, so there is a fifth bed that comes up here. It says sort of person of 11 stones. This sort of piece slides out here at quite a high level. I've never used it, so it would be interesting to see how that worked. It's got a gas cooker that works. Fridge needs a good clean, but which I'll try and do. That all works. The gas heater, yeah, it's a bit temperamental to switch on. There's a knack to it, but that works as well. Got some storage in here, decent sized storage. There's a microwave. I'm happy to throw that in. Now the one thing that I never have done since owning it is to actually use any of the plumbing at all. I've never rigged it up to water, never used the waste. So this has tended to be a storage area in which we've got a load of kitchen crockery, a couple of wide mirrors for vehicle if you want them, vacuum cleaner, and the awning. So that's, as far as I'm aware, all the water system works. It's got the cassette and everything like that, but I have not used it. I've never used the flush toilet or anything like that. And the other thing to point out is that I've never used the lighting parts. Well, I've never used the battery. I've always had it connected to a mains, and some of the lighting in here is runs off the mains. So these ones, it's not connected currently, so these little ones run off the mains, but then the skylights and things, a couple of other bits of lighting run off the battery, which is oh, and there's a light up here, which therefore do not work. The battery's in there, but it's been in there since I've owned it and not been charged or anything like that. It's still connected, but it just, you either get a new battery or alter the wiring so that it all runs off the mains. I've got no reason to think it's not all going to work properly. As I said, the guy who had this went through this thoroughly, and he was pretty fastidious about the wiring. I've got a heater here that I'm happy to throw in. There's a plastic table. I think there's some washing rack type things there. There's a towel rail. I think there's a couple of chairs in here or something, deck chairs that are in here. This is all the electrical systems up here, all fairly standard for the Swift model. What else can I say? On the outside, I mean, I've not really replaced anything except a couple of the stays underneath. One of them was slightly bent, and the wheel spats are changed because one of them got cracked or something like that. The tyres, I've not changed them. They're all right in the tread, but they're quite old, and the side walls are not brilliant. So if you were thinking of doing a significant distance, I think I would look at the tyres. Yeah. And I can possibly, if somebody wanted me to, I can possibly help with delivery. I don't think I've got any other spares to talk about. Yeah. I don't know what these things are worth at the moment. That this one is good to go straight away. I was sort of hoping to get 2.5, but yeah, open to offers. Hopefully there should be another video that the guy who sold this to me shot of putting the awning up, so that you can see what that's like. I have used it when on holiday, and it goes on either side of the van, and there's a little skirting part that adds to it, just to sort of, I don't know what it's for, but just to cover up the wind or whatever that goes along the bottom rail here. I can't remember if it's full length or if it's just on one side. The caravan is located near a village called Wincham. Another landmark nearby is Ford Abbey. So we're talking the cusp of Dorset, Devon, Somerset border, where all three counties meet. Nearest town is Chard, so it's got good links to up to the Taunton and the M5. Yep, that's about it. If you need any sort of close-up photos or any details of anything particular, then let me know. There's security coding on the windows, on the etched windows. No significance of that, but there are. And just get in touch through the details that are recorded on the advert.